Hello and welcome to our channel. My name is Laura. So today I will be bringing you a pick a card or pick a deck reading for the rest of March. So you have three options, which I will put an image of your selection in a moment, along with some crystals if you feel more drawn to choosing from crystals. And I ask that you just take a moment to take a deep breath and center yourself and pick from your using your intuition. So just I'll leave it on the screen for a few moments so that you can take your time. And don't forget you can pause the video if you need. So I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Okay, so welcome back to those who picked the Rider-Waite Tarot or this Tasmanian Agate. So these will be your messages for the month or the rest of the month of March. So the overall energy is new beginnings and progress, likely connected to finances, home and hearth, or work as well, work related. It can be physical body as well, so improvement or new energy in the realm of health and well-being as well. Let's have a look how this unfolds, and the cards for you seem to be jumping. So likely it is healing that you got the Temperance card. I'm getting this sense of you waiting for something to pan out, or waiting for a new opportunity, or waiting for a change or an offer. And it is coming. But you are being asked to have patience. We love that message, don't we? When we get the divine timing message, we love it. We do, we love it. Well, this is kind of your message. There is a sense of you waiting on someone else's move as well. But this change, this shift brings a greater level of stability. You are able to take more control of the situation or your life. Just see how this fits for you. The Emperor card came through. I get a very strong sense of a person of authority, but I feel like you are also being pushed into that more leadership role, or a greater leadership role, or it relates to how you take charge and how you take control in a good way. In a healthy and positive way. And perhaps it is more so about you reclaiming that power, knowing that you've got everything you need, because there's been a lot of difficulty in the past. There's been struggle and strife. I'm very drawn to the armor on this Emperor Major Arcana. You've already got two on the table, and I'm getting very drawn to the armor. So it's telling me, number one, that you have had to build some resilience, but also two, there is a message there that this armor now, it's outdated. So be mindful of where you are blocking progress as well. Likely from past energy that has left an element of fear within you. There has been a lot of worry and sleepless nights, but it feels like that is coming to an end as you have the Nine of Swords, which is about preparing for the end of a cycle. And sometimes things feel a little more uncomfortable when we're coming to the end of a cycle, because there's a shift happening, and shifts aren't always comfortable. Most of the time there is a level of discomfort because it's change, it's something new, it's new energy. we have to process and integrate it all, and sometimes it's hard to get out of our old ways or fully let those old ways down, lay them down to rest, so to speak. Okay, a couple more cards. But new information, new energy, something unexpected and out of the blue is about to come forward. Knight of Wands, this is how I'm seeing this card today. And it does feel like it's to do with work, because finances and stability has likely been quite a struggle. All these areas seem to interconnect, finance obviously with work, and even health and well-being, because the stress has taken its toll. And you have the Eight of Pentacles, which does say that there is still work to do, but it's also reminding you that you have so many tools at your disposal. You have a lot of experience, and now all that you have learned and all the knowledge and wisdom and the experience that you have gained from various things in your life or to do with work, it's time to put that all into practice, taking practical steps forward, which doesn't mean that it's not going to require work, because it's still going to require work, but you are going to be feeling a sense of much more of happiness and fulfillment. With the King of Cups, there's something I'm getting a sense of that you have been putting on the back burner and ignoring, a niggling feeling, so to speak. You haven't expressed it. And there seems to be a calling, or you're being called in a certain direction, but you have put that on hold too. And perhaps someone else isn't on quite the same page as you, so you don't know how compromise can occur just yet, but you soon will find that, because you are the Empress, and so you are very good at manifesting, tending to your garden, tending to your own needs. But maybe too, you have felt called that is more, you need to do more of that, and you have been nurturing others, and you are being reminded that you also need to look after your own needs. And it's not just about what other people need and what will make them happy, but it's also about what will make you happy, because we are each responsible for our own happiness. And perhaps you have taken on the burden of other people, of needing to help others feel elated and uplifted, but that is short term. They really do need to find that, or learn ways to find that for themselves. And as I say that, you get the Ten of Swords, so that tells me that is the major cycle that is playing out right now, or coming to an end rather. The Ten of Swords, and likely you've had to cut off some energy, let go of certain relationships. You've had to put up some boundaries in order to find a greater sense of peace. You have felt the burdens of others for way too long, and just know these cycles. And you've got the World card, which is a major arcana card, which is all about change and movement forward. So this tells me that you are ending those cycles. You are moving forward, and the healing is occurring where it's needed, perhaps in the realm of stability. Just remember that the discomfort is due to the fact that you are making change, and you are prioritizing yourself in a way that is kind and loving and considerate of others. But you are tending to your own needs, and not everyone will be on your level, and be appreciative of that, because other people have been leaning on you, and they have not had your best interests at heart. They have their own agendas, and not to say that they can't have their own agendas, but their agendas haven't quite aligned with your agenda, but it has not been acknowledged. That has not been acknowledged. So that energy, that confusing energy, that I suppose that other people's belief systems, other people's views on things, their passion, their drive, their personalities haven't meshed or don't mesh, and now things are being cleared out in order to bring fresh, new, vibrant, positive, abundant energy. And this is only going to build and grow and evolve, and it feels like, as I say that, a very exciting time. So well done you for making change in your life, in your work, in your job, wherever this fits, and just know that you are doing amazing. So we're going to finish off with an oracle card, and this is the Water Temple Oracle. One card. Okay, now Goddess Ganga, purification. I surrender to the river of love. This is giving me a very strong sense of purification, allowing for greater flow, and also the muddiness that has been surrounding this situation, or the muddied waters, are being cleansed. There is a sense of things coming up to rising to a higher vibration. And when I say that, it's not that things weren't at that vibration, it's that external energies and other energies have hung on to this thing, or to you, or to this project, or to this endeavor, and they have been not allowing it to progress, or they have been in the way of its progression to a higher level, to a greater level. But that is getting shaken off, and new energy is flowing. And as I said that, I saw 1111 on the camera, so I love that, and I love that for you. So I'm wishing you all the best and an abundance of blessings, and I hope that you just continue to see progress and this wonderful new energy play out. I love it. Thank you. Hello and welcome back to those who picked the Shadowscapes Tarot, or this black fluorite diamond. So these will be your messages. The cards seem to be jumping today for the rest of March. Although, just see how this plays out. So you do have the Hermit card, which seems to be making a regular appearance in these readings lately, which is interesting because if those of you who saw the 12-month spread that I did for this year, it was very much talking about an inner journey, a spiritual journey, each of us really being in moments of self-reflection to make way for understanding and growth and evolution. So you're starting with the Hermit card. But I feel like this is the energy that you are moving out of. This is the energy you have been in, the Hermit, observing, gaining understanding, seeing how cycles have been playing out or have played out. Continuing to shuffle now. There is a sense of you wanting to get somewhere, but not quite seeing the steps quite yet. I say that because I see the Hermit standing atop this, whatever it is, a podium, I'm going to call it that, of rocks, and it's looking to the horizon, but I'm getting this strong sense of looking like I know I need to get there, or I'm going there, but I just cannot see the steps. Part of the message there is about trusting your inner guidance, your inner light, trusting it. And it reminds me of those of you who would have seen Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and him having to really like take a step and trusting that there was a floor there even though he could not see it. interesting. You are, the reason why you're not quite seeing the next step is because there's a decision standing in the way of it, as in you're needing to make a decision. It's interesting how you've got 2 major arcana cards already. Perhaps you're also waiting on something, which seems to be the theme. You're waiting on something and you know it's coming, but it's probably taking a little longer than you'd like it to. Not to say that things aren't great the way they are, but you're waiting for that next step, the next stage, and you can see it. You know it's coming, you feel it, but you haven't quite got there, or it hasn't quite arrived just yet. So, okay. And of course this could be in the realm of relationships, as you got the Lovers card, but that is also a choice card. And when we make choices, it's always important to also consult the heart. Make them from the heart. Even though we need to use logic at times, we also need to make sure it feels right, right? Okay, so you've got 2 10s already. So the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, which really has a lot to say. 10 of Swords, clearing out the old. 10 of Pentacles, which is, so they're both about ending out cycles, making way for new beginnings. New energy is coming in. But the 10 of Pentacles is more showing me a more abundant space. And whether this be home, family, relationships, or work, this is a positive energy you're moving to. And I feel like this decision is about how you envision the next phase of your life. How do you see it? Do you see it in the positive, or do you see it as in that you are going to be waiting for the next disappointment? Because I know that when we have difficulties in our life, we can get used to disappointment and expect it, and we want to not be in that energy if we can help it. And that takes some learning and some practice and some growth, and we will fall back into moments of doubt, of course, but it's about finding practical, helpful ways that work for you to shift yourself out of that, and to remind you that the power of your mind, the power of your intentions, your heart is immense. It's infinite. You can achieve so much by just a shift in perspective, a shift in focus. So you are being asked to lay down the burden of the past, because that is done, and that is not what the situation is right now. Try not to attribute, try not to attribute old energy to this current circumstance. It doesn't fit. See how that applies and see if that resonates and fits for your situation. 10 of Pentacles is where you're wanting to focus. The 10 of Swords wants to sit on the Hermit card, which tells me that the worries and concerns that you have had are from experience, and they are not a direct reflection of your external world. They are from past experience, as I said. And this new energy is aligned, and you're moving forward with the 10 of Pentacles, as long as you make the decision that you will see this with love as being positive. There's a lot of healing happening for you. And see this is why things are coming to the surface, because this situation is also healing for you in whatever that way that applies this situation, this connection, relationship. It's a healing one for you. So of course the past is going to rear its head, because it is asking you to accept this new energy. But to do so, you have to lay down the old. And the Knight of Swords. So this does present progress, but you are being asked to clearly clearly pave the way, clear out that energy, as I said, and see things a bit more clearer. There is an energy of fight or flight still, which is interesting that I picked that up with this card today. But you're being asked to not fly off the handle because there has been miscommunication. That's another message. Miscommunication. Just easy does it. Don't go gung-ho. Just make sure that, because clear communication requires both you speaking truthfully, speaking your truth, but also listening and taking on board the words and the point of view of others in order to see the situation for what it is. And I mean really paying attention. And not to say you ignore people, but in different situations we really need to pay attention to not just the words, but the energy, the vibe, the manner, the actions of people, the subtleties. So whether that be the message or that you just need to take each day as it comes and see that this is a good thing and not attribute old energy to this new situation. And then this takes some learning, some practice. You've got the Page of Swords as well. So this takes learning, it takes practice. And just don't be hard on yourself, because, you know, it's not easy and it does take us a bit of getting used to. But you're getting there. Just make sure that you don't close off your heart space in order to protect yourself, because you still want to have an open heart. Yes, be discerning, have healthful boundaries, but I see that there is a lot of sword energy, which tells me that you are thinking quite a lot. There's a lot to do in the realm of the mind, and you are being asked to maybe shift that energy, get grounded, take a step back, rationalize, yes, but don't snowball the situation in your mind. And issues that have been difficult for you are coming back into balance. A balanced approach is suggested here. You've got the Justice card. As long as you're operating with integrity, things are playing out and panning out in your favor. Yes, the Justice card can talk about legal matters too, and the signing of documents, but there is an element with the butterflies of transformation, transforming. And this is very much to do with things that have been on an emotional level for you. And the Queen of Cups is reminding you that you can't keep a lid on those emotions forever. In order for this situation to progress, you need to let love in, or loving energy, unconditional love, support to come in. I saw 1111 on this camera again. You need to allow it in. Not just skim the surface, so that you protect your heart. You can find other ways to protect your heart. It takes practice, yes. But don't, I suppose, don't prevent yourself from experiencing that deeper level of support, because it's offered to you. One more. Yes, definitely is. You've got something stable here and emotionally supportive. And you have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. So it does depend on your situation as to what this is referring to, but that's very positive energy in the sense of that there is a lot of support, but the the advice is to be open to it as well. And that's where the shift in perspective comes in, or the decision to lay down that past energy. Yes, take the lessons, the learnings, the experience on board, but not the trauma, the difficulty, the emotion of it, that you don't need to carry that with you anymore. The last card I pulled will be from an oracle deck, and this is the temple, the water temple. Yes, the water temple oracle. That one. Co-creation. I unite with the power of love. Likely this message is relating to a relationship, whether it is romantic or familial or friendship. This is a wonderful connection. You're on the same level, or it seems to be very soulful. And that's not always to say it's long term, and that is not a message. That is my little input to say that we have many connections that are very important and loving and supportive, that we don't always carry through forever, but acknowledging the beauty of it in this lifetime, this part of your journey. But just take that, how that applies as well. This is also about allowing spirit, the universe, to have your back, co-creating with the divine, allowing that love in, that unconditional love, that support in, being open to it. Because that will really shift things for you as well. That is coming. So, wishing you all the best, and I look forward to sharing another one with you in the future. Welcome to those who picked the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. My chair was creaking then. Or the Selenite, Desert Rose Selenite. So these will be your messages for the rest of March, or however long you feel this energy playing out for you. I'm feeling that there is something that you have not allowed yourself to express. There is a part of you, or a truth. Maybe we're talking about in the broader sense your truth, but you've kept a lid on it. As I'm feeling a pressure in my high heart. And some of you are likely discovering much more your sense of purpose, connecting with yourself at a deeper level. And what I mean by that is at a soul level, really embracing your more multi-dimensional self, your spiritual self, your divinity. And that can bring with it some things that need to be healed, or make you aware of things that you need to address. But I feel like you are more observing or understanding the ways in which you did not in the past stand in your truth, which led to situations perhaps, but they were lessons you needed to learn, but it's from a point of appreciation and understanding. You're in your power now as you look back. It's just an observation a greater level of understanding and recognizing that you are a bad, you know what I'm saying. I won't say it on YouTube. Yes. You have left a lot of energy that has been unsupportive. You've left it behind. You have gone more in search of something that feels like deeper, more honest and true for you. That is the 8 of Cups. And you have learned a lot from these experiences. I don't feel you're necessarily dwelling in that sense that it's overshadowing you. It's more, not saying that you're detached from it, but you're seeing it from a higher perspective. Hence why I'm feeling the high heart as well. Yes, a lot of healing, coming back into balance and harmony. The 2 of Cups. It's interesting how we have the colours red, orange and yellow on the table, which are all the lower chakras. So physical, emotional, mental bodies. And then we have the 10 of Coins. And so I feel as though you have really reclaimed a sense of stability, empowerment in your day-to-day life. You have recognized that you can look after yourself, but also to everything that you have amassed, you have done it through your own work and devotion. You have also put blood, sweat and tears into it. A lot of energy. And the space you are in now is quite abundant in the energy. So see where that applies. You have a lot of support, loyalty around you. There is much potential for continued growth and evolution. If you feel like, okay, I've focused on my work for so long and I have achieved such a level of success that I'm happy with, I have all this now in my life, and now I would like to have a relationship, or now I would like this, or now I'd like to more focus on this. And that is what is coming to you. There is a new, a renewal of energy, a burst of energy, an influx of energy. And it does feel like this is to do in the realm of emotion. And this feels more spiritual in the sense of you have very much taken care of your practical needs, or your practical needs are now being met. You have started to lay or have laid firm foundations. You're feeling much more in balance and sync and flow now, regardless of what is going on externally. You are coming to that point where you are content, but you would like something else, as in it would add, it'd be a bonus. And that's your perspective, or that is the perspective you're moving into, and it is coming because you have asked for it. I'm saying that because it's the King of Cups. But either this is relationship related, or this is about something that you have put the hard yards in for, or something that you have asked the divine to provide that will bring a level of fulfillment. Also, the other message here is that you are fulfilling that emotional need for yourself as well, recognizing that you are the sole person that can bring happiness to yourself. You find happiness within, and then the external follows. And that is why I'm saying you've reached that level of contentment. And that energy, being in that vibration, is bringing in just more of what you have gratitude for in your life. And if you're not quite there yet, that is where you're moving into, or that is the advice for you. to find ways to get into that space. Because as we hold gratitude and ask, yes, I would like some more of that kind of energy, thank you, or that energy, or I would like some more of that, thank you. Focusing on that. You know, not seeing bills, 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 and saying, no, I don't want bills. No, I don't want bills, because universe, here's bills. Bills. And guess what comes? So they say. Yes, Six of Swords, moving into calmer waters. Healing. Things are getting into a greater sense of flow, as I said. And I have to say, you need to acknowledge that you have orchestrated this success. And I'd say that in a not from a point of being manipulative, in that you are very good at planning or visualizing. You see things very clearly now. No BS, so to speak. And also too, you've really had to get clear your energy. Make sure that you don't let things into your space that are not in your best interests. And as I said before, loyalty. You've got support and loyalty around you. Dogs always remind me of loyalty. And there's 3 puppies in that picture, which I love. So you have gone through a transformation, and now the external reality is catching up to you. The Death card. So rejoice and pat yourself on the back, because you have really come leaps and bounds. You have succeeded in so many ways. You've done such a brilliant job. The Six of Wands is very much the success card. Congratulations, you earned it. You've done an amazing job. That's what this card represents. And I want to pull one more. You have brought yourself out of that sense of lack, that sense of being unfulfilled, that sense of not having enough. And likely that is a cycle that may be played out in the past, or there has just been some difficulties in the past, maybe in the realm of money or feeling unsupported. But you have moved past that, and you've done a brilliant job. And coming back to that sense of speaking your truth, I suppose part of that is about reclaiming your power in every situation, recognizing that you have the power to make change, you have the power to act in the moment. And owning your beliefs, owning your point of view, or owning the experience and the understanding that you have amassed, and being proud of that, whether there be scars, whether there be trophies to show it or not. You have done amazing things, and you are doing amazing things, depending on where you are in your stage of your life. And so you are being asked to recognize that. Likely part of this speaking up too is about sharing your experience in some way. Perhaps there is an element of taking a leadership role, or that you find that you have helped other people through similar situations that you've been in, or through the experience you've had of certain similar situations. And that is something you're likely quite passionate about. But I still want to just bring back this Six of Wands card and remind you that you've done an amazing job. That you actually, when you look in the mirror now, you don't recognize yourself. There was too much density or overshrouding the true sense of self. You've really had to filter it out. All that distraction, all the things that you've taken on board as your own that weren't yours, you've done that. And you know who you are now much more than you ever have before. And so now it's about reclaiming that, rejoicing, and just acknowledging that of where you are. So perhaps this month you have really really seen this, or evidence of this too. And I feel like now you get a stronger sense of being supported by the universe too, or the divine, however you resonate. You are finding that balance and equilibrium within you. You know that you have everything you need. You have that masculine, feminine balance, that duality. You have come to terms with the different aspects of self and the roles that you've had to play. But now also to coming back to bringing in a partner, a relationship, if that's what you're focused on, or that's the next phase for you. If you're feeling that that's the next phase for you, this is also, I suppose, a sign for you, the Lord Shiva card, that is coming. It is also telling you that you, or acknowledging, or reminding you of your connection to the divine, that you are that which you seek as well, that it's all within you. So you have everything you need, it's already here. And that's the kind of space I feel that you're in anyway. And I'm very drawn to the asp, or the snake, the asp, cobra, probably a cobra on this card. And that energy of being able to act in the moment, just having that awareness that everything is constantly in a flow and changing, and feeling so connected to it all, in a way that you go, everything's going to be okay, because, you know, everything is meant to be, everything is playing out in divine order, and so I'm going to be in the flow as much as I can in order to act when I feel the time is right as well. So I'm going to leave that with you for today. Hopefully it wasn't too cryptic at the end there. But wishing you all the best for the rest of March, and I look forward to seeing you again for another pick a card reading or another video on our channel. Thank you.